name is Bret Hart. I live at 428 Patrick Street, Leakesville. I've come to speak on being a veteran in a small town. And being Constitution Week, I hope that you'll give me time to conclude what I have to say, seeing as our Constitution does have the First Amendment. I'm an 8-year veteran of the United States Navy. The physical scars don't bother me much because I think of this body as only a crust, but not the whole sandwich. There's an eternal soul inside. Life's going to only be as long a road as we end up being given by Providence, and not an inch more. And when it comes to how we relate with our neighbors in America, I cleave to the principle of we're going to reap exactly what we sow. On the radio last week, I heard that the opposite of good is not evil, it's indifference. And I agree. On 2 national holidays, it's the tradition in American churches to play a patriotic song or video and then ask veterans from different branches of service to, quote, "Please stand and be recognized," followed by polite applause. And there's the Veterans Day parade where we clap and wave a flag. These are the devices by which most people measure their own patriotism. By whether they have a flag, clap for the vets at church twice a year, or shake a vet's hand once in a while in the grocery store. But we didn't serve to be applauded. Veterans that I know do appreciate these safe and lonely little traditions, but only in the same way that a starving person appreciates the crust you offer from your big meaty sandwich. My father served in the Korean War. My father-in-law was career Air Force, and our son served 4 combat tours in the Middle East. The sons of veterans are statistically more likely to serve in the armed forces. But during the 12 years my son was in harm's way, my family was utterly and completely alone in Eden, North Carolina, in this all-America city. As it stands, veterans are unimpressed by red, white, and blue bunting showing up a couple days a year. We have our flags flying all year and replace them when they lose their luster. How many of you have reached out to make lasting relationships with men and women who answered the call to service and came back changed from it? Do you invite veterans to your barbecues? Are there ongoing resources and opportunities for vets to connect with their town on a regular basis? Is our town going beyond the easy hands-off traditions to create new traditions that honor veterans in ways that would be meaningful to them? Many vets require more than anything else that sense of purpose and involvement that we had while we were actively serving. I've seen vets put together and mulch that lovely new playground up in Spray. That was a lot of hard work on a hot couple of days. I see them tutoring in our schools. I've worked alongside them giving food and shelter to our own homeless people. Vets are accustomed to doing the hard things, but we so often fail to meaningfully include them, forgive them, and love them where they're at. And sometimes military service leaves lasting emotional scars, and veterans and their wives and families can be shunned because of it. So I'm asking the people in this town, especially those we elect, have you answered the call to become one of the troops that you say you stand for? Have any of your sons or daughters volunteered to perhaps make that ultimate sacrifice for America? If not, I suggest that you reevaluate your civic and religious virtue signaling, which fails to include real veterans, and repent. And then, let's create an Eden Veterans Committee, comprised of veterans and their family members, to help this city better tap into, connect, communicate with, and learn from those who have given that unselfish service to God and country that people claim to value so much. I'm a very easy person to reach and have always said yes I will when asked to help the city of Eden. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Bret, and thank you for your service. And I see Norma Jean Coram out there. She works really hard with the veterans and does a lot. So thank you, Norma.